Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Today we speak to a woman named Patty who was scammed out of $25,000 by a man she met on Facebook dating named Jeremy. Jeremy claimed that he was looking for a business partner and a romantic love interest, which made Patty really interested in him. We received a video email from Patty and shared the in-depth story as to what happened right here on Scamfish. Real quick guys, we appreciate all the support and it is always appreciated. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
I had just come out of a relationship with a gentleman that I was with for about 5 years. And I took a nice break. I had been out of it for about a year. I just wanted to be left alone. I wanted to find my own self. And then I eventually, a lot of my friends would say, why don't you go on online dating? And I remember saying to them, everybody out there's scammers. You can't trust anybody. Oh, no, my girlfriend met somebody there and, so-and-so met somebody and this one got married from there. So I thought, all right, I'll try it. So I'm on Facebook. So I thought, well, let me try Facebook dating. It's quote free. So I did that.
Jeremy and Patty hit it off almost immediately after messaging one another back and forth. Patty really liked how handsome he was and how he came off really intelligent.
He was a traveling businessman because he said he had his own company. It started growing into a love relationship, if you want to call it that. It went over for a good month or two that we were talking. I talked to him on the phone frequently, almost like every other day. Got to a point where he started talking to me about Bitcoin. He was telling me how fluent Bitcoin is, how you can make all this money. And I said to him, well, I had heard about Bitcoin and I remember hearing about it when it was $200. I was a fool. I didn't buy it then.
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, an electronic form of cash that does not have a centralized bank and is mostly anonymous. People can invest their money into Bitcoin since the value of this cryptocurrency either goes up or down.
And he would tell me I needed $6,000 to start up on the site and then $10,000 for each machine to buy. So I went through with it. I thought it was legit, legal.
Crypto mining is when a powerful computer or dedicated hard drive solves complex math problems to create new Bitcoin. This is totally legal and many investors use this technique to make more money.
He did say to me, since you're in your own account, all that money is your money. I mean, when we started talking, even the texts, they were very intelligently written. There was no spelling errors. Like I saw nothing of that. There was no poor grammar. Everything was very, very to the point. He told me he's 58 years old. So, the conversation I felt was from a mature adult. The amount of monies I've spent so far on the crypto is $26,000. I bought the 2 machines for $10K each and then the $6,000 for the startup fee. And I only sent Jeremy about $500 in a gift card. That was it.
Jeremy recommended a site named equitycryptominingchain.com to Patty. She sent the money and made a login and password and started to monitor her Bitcoin investment. After being on the website, she saw her investment starting to grow.
Well, at this point, my profit jumped in a month and a half to $338,000.
Patty's investment had a 1,100% increase in just 2 months. This didn't make a lot of sense because the Bitcoin had crashed the next day, so she checked her account. Bitcoin reached a peak of $64,000 in April of 2014. The value of this currency has fallen since then, and as of July 30th, 2021, it is trading at just above $40,000. This is what made her suspicious.
Like he commented to me a couple weeks ago, why don't we start a business together? JP Investments. That's what he told me to call it.
Jeremy and Patty were going to start a business together. Patty had applied for an EIN and business certificate to start their own investment business. Patty is currently waiting to hear back about the EIN number.
He goes, well, I got a line of investors that can bring us money for the business and all this other stuff. Well, stupid me, I thought, well, okay. Well, I did. Well, it's now going through state review and EIN number. And he keeps saying to me, when are you getting the EIN number? When are you getting I said, I don't know. It's out in the cycle. I can't tell you.
Jeremy was really proving to be quite the businessman. Patty kept looking at all the money in her account on the site, and they were about to start a business together.
So when the Bitcoin crashed, James was going back and forth with me about, I need to withdraw all my money now from the account. I have to come up front with the fees, which would be 20% of my total profit in there, along with my taxes.
Jeremy's business ventures started not to add up. The website he referred Patty to was holding Patty's money until she could pay the $60,000 after already paying $25,000 to them. That's when Patty reached out to us.
Well, I'm reaching out to Social Catfish. I'd like to find the true identity of this Jeremy Cahill. I really would. I mean, there's times, I'll be honest with you, there's times where I'm thinking he's a Nigerian scammer, and then just some of the conversations I have with him, I'm like, no, he can't be. He's very intelligent in his conversation.
Our team immediately started investigating this website and this mysterious businessman, Jeremy. After a couple of days, we called Patty to tell her what we found. Real quick, guys, we work really hard on these videos, and all of the support never goes unappreciated. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get back into it.
Okay, here we go. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm very excited about this because I learned a lot, Patty. You gave us a bunch of documents. I went through this invoice that Jeremy sent you. Jeremy contacted you. He said he was a contractor. He sent you an invoice that basically said, here's proof that I am busy doing projects. And this one in particular was a government project, a post office. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I was looking through the invoice and wondering how legitimate really is this. So I went to the website on the invoice, and it was a company called Higgins.com, and it's in Australia. When it's .au, that means it's Australia. I looked into this company. I found that it is a legitimate company. There are legitimate officers. It is a legitimate document. However, one of the things that we do is we check the metadata. When a photo is taken by a digital device, there's certain information such as date, location. Sometimes the device used to take the photo is there, and there is information embedded into the photo or the image. In this case, the metadata behind this document proved that it's a Photoshop document because it was created in 2007. And one thing that tells me, Patty, is that this document's probably been making the rounds since 2007. It is probably being reused over and over and over by people, scammers probably. We know they work in networks, so that could be the case. The next document that I have is the driver's license of Jeremy. One of the things I always do is I do a Google search that says, what does a real New South Wales, Australia driver license look like? And in this case, we were able to find that template. And in addition, some things that, nice law-abiding citizens don't know is that there are websites where you can order a fake ID and have it made to your specifics, and it can appear as real. So we did find that your driver's license is not legitimate, and the real sample on the actual site does not completely match what you have there.
Got it. So it's missing some data on that license.
Right, that's right. The next thing I wanted to look at was the websites that you were using. I wanted to see who owns this website. So we have a tool that we use that we go to see what we can find out about this domain, who owns it, when it was created. The first thing when we go into that tool is we see this site is only 102 days old. The other thing we see is it's hosted by NameSilo. NameSilo is a discount domain hosting application. It's very legitimate for small business who don't want to pay for an expensive website. They just need to get their name out there. And when I go there, there's lots of bells and whistles. There's a Bitcoin animated kind of thing. It looks really busy. It looks really successful. When I go home, I see across the top there are tabs: Home tab, About, Plans, How It Work. It's missing an S on there. It doesn't give me a lot of confidence that this is an English-based site. It's so easy to Google. And when we get an answer, we feel like this is a legitimate place because we Googled it and we looked it up. So I Googled this company. I didn't find one review about this company anywhere. I found a breakdown of this company and its cash flow, and it says that it has one employee and over a quarter it makes 0. Then I found a Facebook page where someone is advertising this site.
Oh, really?
It's a real estate page. So someone on Facebook is posting on this real estate Facebook page, this is the company, get your Bitcoin here, kind of thing. I go to the person who's making the post, I see that it's all about Bitcoin and crypto, and I take that photo of the profile. It's all over the place. It's a stock photo. It's a model. It's just a generic face. And so that is a fake profile. It's one way that they can fish and get some clients to use their site. This is a very elaborate scam. They have actually taken the time to make websites that are elaborate. They have made elaborate people involved, like the brokers that are texting you. Now, when I looked at this website, we looked behind it and we found out that this website was set up in the Bahamas. The Bahamas is known for untraceable offshore accounts.
Right. As soon as you said that, that's what I said.
Another thing we did was check the source code on the website to see if anything stood out. And after looking at the source code at the very bottom, we found that the website had been mirrored using website cloning technology. We also found other websites that were almost identical to the site that was used to scam Patty.
One of the things that David's going to do in the next week or few days, we're going to try to get this website down. Because this really is a scam. This is really a way that they found to legitimize anything and everything that they say. I'm looking now at your PDF, the contract of sale between Crypto FFX and Patricia. This is for sale of the machines. So what do you know about these machines?
So it's in this warehouse. I believe they told me the warehouse was in Australia. And that's why when it was Crypto FX, they wanted me to buy a third machine so I could become a board member and go visit the machines.
There is a legitimate way that people do mine for Bitcoin, and they are in warehouses. They're big, giant setups. They've got all kinds of cards and things into them. Those are legitimate mining, and the return on those would maybe be quite a bit. But for your 2 machines, you had 2? No, it's like pieces of cents. And that's why it's called Bitcoin, is because little bits add up. So another term they use is rigs for those kind of setups. So in this document, I don't see him even using legitimate words that they would be using in that. And I'm looking at all of these specifics of these machines. He's talking a lot, but it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't even seem to follow. And a legal document, a contract of sale, would not be including all these images of things. If you buy a house, they don't show the house in your contract of sale. If you're buying a car, they don't have a picture of your car in the sale. This is not like you're buying an ATM machine. And for most people who are just doing this as a hobby, you just do it on your computer. It doesn't require anything extra. It's very, very slow going, but the kind of machines that they have convinced you to pay for, it's not the way it really works.
Did you look into like Jeremy's name at all, or Avi's name?
I did. I could not find anyone with that name. But do you want to know what I did find out?
What?
I found out that the man in your photos is not Jeremy. I found out the real person in these photos. He's a real estate guy. His name is Wilbert Fonseca. He is also known as Ed the Cuban Guy. He has a website, he has YouTube videos, he has an Instagram page. All of these photos that you have are photos of a busy, happy, successful person who they have stolen these photos and are using them under a different name.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. This is Wilbur, Ed the Cuban Guy. Whatever you want to call me, but just remember, it's only one. I just want to say this morning, hi, hello, hola, whatever you want to. But I just want to remember you, or remind you, that you are so beautiful and you are a unique person. I want you to think about this, spread love, touch other people's life, change other people's life, and love, love, love.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Tune in next week. We will be breaking down how these scam operations work and get this website taken down. Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish presented by SocialCatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim of any of the scams below, please email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We'll get to the bottom of it with help from our Social Catfish team. By sharing your story with our YouTube audience, we can educate, spread awareness, and maybe someday we can put an end to these scams.